In today's True Crime Tuesday, we're digging into the case of Ian Eckles, who went missing in 2020.
Our friends from the Murder in the Rain podcast have more.
Welcome back to True Crime Tuesday. Today we're asking for help in finding the missing and presumed murdered Ian Eckles. This last May marked 5 years since Ian Eckles has been missing. His family and loved ones marked the solemn anniversary with a search of the Cle Elum area of Washington. Cle Elum is about 80 miles southeast of Seattle, and it was the last known whereabouts of then 41-year-old Ian. Leaving his home in Kent, Washington to go deep into the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest, Ian was planning on meeting up with some friends for a turkey hunt. This was on May 16th of 2020, and it was the last time Ian was seen alive. Ian wanted to have a night in the woods to himself before the hunt, so he had a solo hiking and camping trip the night before his friends were set to arrive. When Ian didn't show up for the hunt the following morning, his friends became concerned and a search began. 23 days into the search, Ian's car was found, and it was clear something nefarious had occurred due to the amount of blood inside. Strangely, Ian's vehicle had been reported spotted prior to this discovery, but it was being driven by a stranger. That stranger, Jorge Alcantara, has since been arrested and charged with other crimes. The investigation into Ian's disappearance led to forensic evidence that told authorities Ian was a victim of a homicide and Jorge was the perpetrator. That warrant led to a massive manhunt, with Jorge seeking refuge in the heavily forested area of Mineral Springs, Washington. Eventually, Jorge was spotted lurking in a home and a neighbor called for help. Jorge was arrested and charged with possession of 2 stolen vehicles, numerous burglaries and thefts, including stealing firearms throughout Kittitas County. For those crimes, he was sentenced to 96 months in prison. He remains the #1 suspect in Ian's presumed murder. It is believed Jorge murdered Ian inside Ian's silver Toyota FJ Cruiser. His body was disposed of in the woods and has not yet been found. There are 20 searches scheduled to take place just this year. If you were in the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest in May of 2020 or saw Ian's silver Toyota FJ Cruiser, which had a back window blown out, or you noticed anything unusual like clothing or blood or anything out of place in the forest, please call the Kittitas Sheriff's Office at 509-925-8534.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with another True Crime Tuesday.